A variation on the Corbett flick really lifts that one.
Tatiana from Kherson in the Ukraine, and certainly a brilliant prospect, but perhaps a little suspect in her competitive temperament, because in the Goodwill Games she failed miserably on beam. There she didn't fail miserably, it was excellent, there was some wonderful work, but it could have been better.
Mirela Pasca onto the A-bars. 9.787 for her start on vault. Maginga somersault safely executed. And the Kachev seems to be standard to get those two into Romanian bars routines at the moment.
And that was a crisp routine. Mirela went well, smartly, briskly all the way through, never ever looked as though she was struggling. And of course, joint gold medalist in the European Championships with Baginskaya and Kalinina from the Soviet Union.
And to beam, Miura Hanako from Japan. Oh, and straight off, goes for the Arab Spring straight back mount. Very difficult mount and paid the penalty, 0.5 away.
Got a fit of the wobbles on the first two jump combinations. Getting hold of herself now, flick straight, straight.
Okay, so 30 seconds after that. After the summer, okay. Okay. Okay, after Lili's replay, we're going to have a leisurely throw to the break. 30 seconds or so after the replay, but I'm switching on to the back on.
Yeah, started very hesitantly, but she's got a nice flow to the exercise now, coming through to the dismount, just building up to it, keeping herself moving, keeping herself going, no big pauses. Or she's disguising them well, at least. She was there on the end of that beam for a long time. Double back, that was a bit scruffy at the finish, and one step backwards, but she's through it.
Li, another tremendously exciting prospect from China, only 15 years old, and could produce a startling performance. Oh, wonderful work. Forward giant, but there an extra swing. Already she's blown it.
Yes, missed it as she came out. Lovely work.
And her double back that soared above the uprating. I'm sure a lot of the audience didn't realise that she put an extra swing into her routine, losing 3/10 immediately.
But that really was a very obvious mistake, just having to hang there, couldn't keep the rotation going as she came out of the giants. Yeah, the half turn. There's the Kachev. And that's where she tried to keep it going.
But everything before and after that, absolutely immaculate. Sickening because she's done it so many times in practice. And when in the pressure of the moment, when it mattered, she messed it up.
It's the end of that round. Her score's just come up, 9.625. But the leaderboard at the end of 2 rounds, Henrietta Anodi now in the lead. And Tatiana Lysenko from the Soviet Union now in the silver medal position. She got 9.887, and Boginskaya down to third place. We're halfway through the competition. Yang Bo, the first Chinese, in fourth. We'll take another break there, but we'll be back for the start of the next round.
Very nice person, I might add.
Whoops, brain lock there.
The number one. Eurosport. Get the action.
She was a former ballet dancer.
Trax is unbelievable, extraordinary, remarkable. Trax tonight at 11. Watch it. It's dynamite.
Eurosport. Get the action. Eurosport. Get the action. Trax.
Nissan Primera, the new performance car from a country called Europe.
World number one, Steffi Graf is a top seed taking part in the Midland Bank Championship in the English South Coast town of Brighton. See if she thrives beside the seaside on the next stop of the Kraft General Foods World Tour. Tuesday night at midnight, 11 UK on Eurosport in association with Cafe Hague.
Welcome back. The gymnasts still warming up for the start of the third round. Little Henrietta Renaudy, she had such a disappointment, Monica, at the European Championships in Athens. Really felt very low. You were talking to, well, not so much a coach as a mentor earlier on, weren't you?
That's right, and hearing that Henrietta really is a very sensitive little girl, and when she was expected to do extremely well and take a gold medal in the European finals, she failed, and she really has had to pick herself up from that. And then now producing a really immaculate bar routine, and I do feel the judging was a little bit tight on her, 9.875. Very close marking there, considering that Boginskaya did make quite a hefty error on her dismount, 9.825. I think the judging was rather generous towards Boginskaya.
Here's 0.05 between the two of them. We're now going to these thousandths separating the gymnasts, because each of the individual judges can mark to hundredths. They can mark to 0.05, and then with 6 judges and the top score on the bottom discarded, the middle 4 averaged out, and that gives us these immensely complicated scores. So we've got Renaudy 19.812. Let's just have a check on that. There are the top 6. Renaudy